Hey everyone, and welcome to Art Again for this week. It's Art Time with Millsy. I'm back again. So I have created a fun activity for you to try, all based around a book that you know very well. It's one of my most favourite books. It is The Dot. It is a great book and one that really gets you to use your imagination. So that's where I've created some of your activities for today. And it is a brilliant book to just sit and listen and also wonder about how creative you can be. So there will be an example of what you can do. I would like to see what else you can come up with as well. So be very creative, show me what you can do. And I've also tried to make it so that it's easy for you to do with just coloured pencils, textures, maybe some scissors.
The Dot by Peter H. Reynolds. Art class was over, but Vashti sat glued to her chair. Her paper was empty. Vashti's teacher leaned over the blank paper. "Ah, a polar bear in a snowstorm," she said. "Very funny," said Vashti. "I just can't draw." Her teacher smiled. "Just make a mark and see where it takes you." Vashti grabbed a marker and gave the paper a good, strong jab. "There!" Her teacher picked up the paper and studied it carefully. She pushed the paper back towards Vashti and quietly said, "Now sign it." Vashti thought for a moment. "Well, maybe I can't draw, but I can sign my name." The next week when Vashti walked into art class, she was surprised to see what was hanging above her teacher's desk. It was the little dot she had drawn, her dot, all framed in swirly gold. I can do better than that." She opened her never-before-used set of watercolours and set to work. Vashti painted and painted. A red dot, a purple dot, a yellow dot, a blue dot. The blue mixed with the yellow. She discovered that she could make a green dot. Vashti kept experimenting, lots of little dots in many colours. "If I can make little dots, I can make big dots too." Vashti splashed her colours with a bigger brush on bigger paper to make bigger dots. Vashti even made a dot by not painting a dot. At the school art show a few weeks later, Vashti's many dots made quite a splash. Vashti noticed a little boy gazing up at her. "You're a really great artist. I wish I could draw," he said. "I bet you can," said Vashti. "Me? No, not me. I can't draw a straight line with a ruler." Vashti smiled. She handed the boy a blank sheet of paper. "Show me." The boy's pencil shook as he drew his line. Vashti stared at the boy's squiggle, and then she said, "Please, sign it." The learning intention for today is we are learning how to cut with scissors. The success criteria are I can cut along a line and I can turn the paper as I cut. The equipment you'll need today are some circular items to trace around, some textures, some scissors and a glue stick. You will also need to have some paper. I used catalogue paper for my design because I thought it was interesting, but you can use any paper that you would like. I'd already traced my circles onto the catalogue paper here. Now I'm going to bubble cut around those circles firstly, and that means I'm not having to hold that whole catalogue when I'm doing it. And that way I can turn the paper as I start to cut, so you'll see that shortly. So here I go, I'm just beginning to cut around the circle on the line and I'm turning the paper as I go. to just cut around all the circles that you have already drawn onto your paper. Now I've decided that I will also colour some of mine in, so you'll see that shortly. I decided to use the Textacolor and to colour them in and add a few little dots and things on them just to make them a little bit more interesting. Once you have all your circles cut out, then it's time to glue them down. Just start with the biggest circle that you have, put the glue on that, make sure there's plenty of glue on there, glue that one down, and then you can add the next biggest one and just put them on layer upon layer. Here's my finished piece, all done. Now I've used catalogue paper. You can use any kind of paper you would like to, even plain paper, and you can colour them in and add lots of different features to all your different circles. I am really interested to see what you come up with.